Hey y'all, today from the Coop, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about guineas. It's getting springtime and everybody's getting ready to buy their chicks, and you may be thinking about getting you some guineas for your coop this year. Well, there's 10 things that I wish I had known before I ever got guineas, and I'm going to share them with you. So if you're interested, stick around. Number one, guineas are not chickens. They are so different. There is about 6 to 7 different species of guineas, but the most domesticated guinea would be the helmeted breed, and that's what I have. They're not really kin to a chicken. They're more kin to the turkey, game fowl, pheasant breed of bird. You can raise guineas for their eggs and for their meat. You can eat guineas. I don't. I just have them for protection. You can crossbreed your guineas with your chickens, like a rooster can mate with a guinea hen, and a male guinea can mate with a hen. It's like a mule. They can't have or reproduce offspring. Guineas, they are very, very dominant. If you're just going to keep your chickens cooped up, I probably wouldn't recommend getting guineas and putting them in the coop with them. But something else I learned is they mate for life. Elvis and Evie, they are inseparable. Once they find a mate, that's it for life. Number 2, they can fly and they have zero boundaries. They know no boundaries whatsoever. Chickens, they sort of soar and they can fly over the fence and perch up on something, but guineas can fly. I mean, they can fly and take off, and they're gone forever. And they can fly unless you clip their wings. That's the only way you're going to keep them from flying off. I will come down here, and Elvis and Evie are up on top of the coop. They will end up in your neighbor's yard. They're flyers. Chickens usually don't wander very far from your coop. They do come up to my house sometimes, but guineas, they're everywhere. They're up in trees. They're, like I said, in your neighbor's yard. Guineas can fly. Number 3, they are the best watchdogs. If you need an alarm system, guineas are your bird. They will guard against both predator and people. If they are unfamiliar with something that's coming to the coop, they will sound the alarm. They will protect against dogs, cats, raccoons, hawks, foxes, even snakes. They'll even eat snakes. If they are unfamiliar with you or anything, they will go ballistic and let you know to get down to the coop quick. Number 4, they are the best pest control. We live close to woods. We've just recently cut down some of our timber, our pines, because of pine beetles, but we had a really bad bug problem. Guineas will eat ticks, spiders, grasshoppers, ants, scorpions, any kind of bug. Bugs do not stand a chance up against a guinea. But number 4 goes along with number 5. They are great gardeners. They are the best organic pest control that you can have. They'll eat June bugs also, beetles, flies, garden slugs. If it's an insect, a guinea will take care of it. The reason I like them in the garden is because they will remove the bugs without scratching up the plant, without pecking the plant, without eating the plant. They will only remove the bugs. Your plants are safe. I always say with chickens, 3 chickens can destroy an acre garden in just a matter of hours. They scratch and peck and eat the plants and will destroy the garden. I have to keep my chickens up when we're starting the garden off because, like I said, 3 chickens will destroy a garden in just a matter of hours. Number 6, they are very loud. When I say loud, I believe guineas are louder than roosters. They are never quiet. The male, and you probably done heard them behind me, the male makes like a cheep, cheep sound, 1 syllable. The females make a 2-syllable sound. They make a sound like buckwheat, buckwheat, buckwheat. And I would say out of Evie and Elvis, Evie's the loudest. If you live close to neighbors or you live in a tight-knit community, I would say don't get guineas because they never hush. In some neighborhoods, guineas are like roosters. You can't have them because they are so loud and they are a noise problem. So that's another thing you need to take into consideration. Number 7, they definitely need to be trained. They're not really blessed with high intelligence. They're pretty, I would say that they might be a little on the dumb side. They don't require things like a coop or laying boxes. They will roost in trees. I mean, a predator is going to have a time getting a guinea because they, like I said, they can fly and they can get up in trees. You do not have to, but mine do roost with my chickens. And to do this, to me, the easiest way is to raise guineas from being a keep, from being a baby. Mine were raised with the chickens from being itty bitty bitty, and sometimes I think they think they're chickens. And if you raise them from adult guineas, the best thing I would think is to keep them cooped up for at least 6 weeks before you start to let them out. Only let 1 or 2 out at a time, because if you let them all out at the same time, you ain't going to see your guineas no more. They will fly off because they will stick together and they'll be gone. Number 8, they are poor mothers. In a clutch, they'll usually get about 12 to 30 eggs at a time, and their eggs are like 25% smaller than a regular chicken egg. Their shells are very, very hard. I mean, it's like a rock. I can't tell the difference really in the taste between a guinea egg and a chicken egg, but it's not find the eggs. You don't play that game. You play find the nest, because they lay on the ground. They don't lay in nesting boxes. One time in the field right outside the coop, we found a nest. It probably had about 20 eggs in it, and we cut the grass, and needless to say, we found it after we run over it with the tractor. Like I said, they lay on the ground. Evie will lay all over the ground. I mean, she'll either lay on the ground outside the coop, inside the coop. She's not going to get in a box. That's another thing. But usually if they do lay on a clutch, they'll sit on it for anywhere from 26 to 28 days. They're good sitters, but once a guinea has their babies, they're so fast that they'll leave their babies, or they'll lead them off far away from the coop, and the babies will get picked up by a predator or freeze to death. Like I said, they're not very good mothers. Good sitters, not good mothers. The best thing I would do is just get the eggs and put them under a hen and let her become the mother, or put them in an incubator and just hand raise them as baby keats. Number 9, they are crazy fast, and they are very entertaining. They're scared of everything and they panic. They're always in a state of panic, it seems like. They're not affectionate. You're not going to have a lap guinea, or I have never had a lap guinea, but they are very social animals, but they like being with the chickens, and they like being with other guineas, but they're not affectionate too much with humans. And if you try to catch them, you can forget it, because they are fast, and the only way you can get them is if you get them in the coop. And if you do not grab them by the legs, because their legs are so delicate and they'll break. You either have to grab them by their wings or by the body. Trying to catch them is probably the most entertaining thing I've ever done or watched. You need a video camera when you do catch them. Number 10, they are low maintenance. They hardly have any health issues whatsoever. They never get sick. And like I said, they live up to 10 to 15 years. That's the average lifespan of a guinea. Like I said, you don't need a coop. You don't need nesting boxes. You don't even need to feed them. They will forage for their own food. I mean, they will survive. They are just alarms that fly around and eat bugs. Most folks would say, most folks love their guineas unconditionally, like me, and they can't live without them. And then there's some people that wish they had never even heard of them. I am not that person. I love my guineas. I have not regretted having guineas or getting them because I free range my chickens. Like I said, if you keep them in the coop, you don't want guineas. They will dominate your hens. They will, they'll sort of bully your hens. They are fine for a short period of time in the coop with your chickens, but if you're gonna free range, you need them. They're wonderful. I think I even shared a short where a fox came up, and you can hear them just alerting and running around like crazy, screaming to the top of their heads. And I actually caught the fox on camera because of them. Like I said, I love them, and I can't live without them. If they do sit on a clutch, thank you, or they'll, like I said, they're not very eggs under a hen and let her raise them. Henry, I'm trying to talk. Thank you. Be the mother, but you can quit.